Welcome to the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. You're about to see the Occam Shrine Club Adam Minor Football Championship game here at CKSS. The field, of course, behind the high school. I'm Mike James, along with Chris Prince. We'll be bringing you today's championship game. And first to start off, it's going to be Castle Realty in gold on your left, kicking off to Evan Wholesale. Now, these teams have played each other twice. I should mention Castle Realty 6-0 coming into this championship game. Evans Wholesale 4-2. And obviously, Chris, that tells you right there that the two losses for Evans Wholesale coming against this very same team that they're going to face today for the championship, Castle Realty.
Yes, and we're in for a very good game today. Both teams are rivals, and, Castle Realty has been dominating in the regular season, but all that is washed aside, and now it's game time, and we'll see who will come out as champs.
So a nice job there by Evans Wholesale to jump on the short kickoff. They're going to have good field position to start from their own. It looks to be about their own 47-yard line. They'll get the ball.
It should be interesting. Ryland Evans is the quarterback for Evans Wholesale. This Cougars team, they're a very, very fast team, and they've only met their match, only lost to these Castle Realty Cougars, so we know today it's all on the line.
And that's right, as Chris just told you, Ryland Evans is going to be taking the snap under center, number 7. They're just getting things sorted out there, the referees are. Again, this is the championship game, Adam Minor Football Championship game, brought to you by the Occam Shrine Club, And, of course, this all being put on by the Chatham-Kent Cougars Football Organization. There's the first snap of the game, and we've got a handoff up the middle. That ball going to number 42 for Evans Wholesale.
Anthony Atkinson, he's a big runner, too. He runs really upright. He reminds me of an Eddie George kind of runner. Kicks his legs high, and, yeah, he's going to be tough to bring down. But the Castle Realty Cougars, they had no trouble there. He only gained a few yards on that rush.
Yeah, a gain of about, we'll call it 3, 2nd and 7. Of course, it's 4-down football here for these youngsters. Should mention they're grades 5 and 6 that we're seeing here tonight. They're going to take the snap, and they're going to look to go up the middle, and then off the left side. Hard to tell who that was getting the ball that time, but a nice gang tackle there by Castle Realty. Again, Castle Realty in the gold jerseys.
Yeah, they are undefeated so far, and you can see why. Their defense is very tough as well. Only allowed 1 yard there on that rush, and it's going to be a long day for Evans Wholesale if they can't break through that line and get into the secondary and further down the field, but we'll wait and see what comes out. I love the pink socks, too.
Ryland Evans under center again for Evans Wholesale, going to draw back and hand it off. They're going to try the middle, but certainly not enough there, and they're going to come up short. They're going to have to kick this ball away. We're going to say a gain of about 3 there, but they're going to come up about 2.5, 3 yards short of the first down. So right off the bat, you can see Castle Realty with a strong defense to start this game. A nice defensive stand.
Yeah, Bradley Riled for the Evans Wholesale had a nice rush there in his pink socks, moving pretty quickly, but obviously not quick enough, and we'll see what's going to happen here. Looks like they're going to go for this one early on.
I think you're right, Chris. They're going for it on 4th down. Looks like there's some confusion in the backfield. They were going to hand it off, but nobody there. But it looks like they still managed to get the first down.
It's going to be close. They're going to need the chains for this one. You see the referees calling for the chains now. It's going to be very close, and we've got a very, very tough competitive game going on so far. Going for it on 4th down, that's something else. Usually, Castle Realty was expecting to receive a punt, and it looked like Evans Wholesale was expecting to punt it away as well, because there was a little bit of mess up there in the backfield, but they still managed to gain a few yards here. We'll see what's going on.
It looks like they're trying to sort out now where the ball is actually marked and where the first down marker is, and so they're going to bring out the chains. The head referee today, Mr. Cralo, calling out the chains for the measurement, and this one's going to be close, but
here it is. It all comes down to this, and it's a matter of inches. This game is so close. And this is what it's going to come down to.
And it's a turnover on downs. They're going to say Castle Realty came up with a big stop on defense. So early momentum going to the undefeated Castle Realty team.
Yeah, man, that was quite a, not a controversial call, a risky call, this early on in the game, but they wanted to, make an expression, show their dominance, and it just didn't work out. It ended up backfiring, and now Castle Realty has very, very good field position for their first drive of the game.
Now, their quarterback, we're told, is number 24, Jones K.
Yeah, he's got a lot of firepower back there as well. David Nethersole II is the running back there in the black helmet, and he's had an excellent season, and he's one of their main rushers. He gets the ball now.
Yeah, K hands it off, and a nice gang tackle there from the defense of Evans Wholesale. A couple of players there in on the tackle. Mainly look like number 24, Kyle Piggott with the stop. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7, a gain of about 3 there on 1st down from Zach Lindley.
Yeah, and you're getting a good glimpse at their running game. They've got good blocking up front as well, too, but it could be a defensive struggle today. Both teams have strong defensive lines, and, despite the fact both teams have strong rushing games, it all depends on if they can get past the defensive line.
So they're going to line things up here again. Castle Realty on 2nd and 7. 2 runners in the backfield. And it's Jones K to take the snap. He's going to turn. He's going to hand it off.
Uh-oh.
Oh, some good pressure there from the defense, but the running back showing speed to get outside. A nice stiff arm, but finally brought down for a loss. The initial pressure came from number 20 for Evans Wholesale. That was Austin McCready getting into the backfield, making the running back go wide and outside.
Yeah, Nethersole reminded me of Barry Sanders there, running a mile to gain a yard. He ended up losing a few on that one, however, but he made his best effort to get that corner and get to the outside because he's so quick. As soon as he hits the corner, he's gone, but he just couldn't make there because this defensive line of Evans Wholesale is something else.
Yeah, David Nethersole II. It's hard to tell. He's wearing 32, but he's got that jersey tied up, of course, showing off the abs, like a lot of the players like to do. Watching a lot of college football.
Oh, yeah. It's game time.
So they're going to take the snap. A little bit of trickery there. They fake the pitch outside, then they run it off the left tackle. That was number 14 with the carry.
Yeah, it looks like
Dalen Mayu.
Right back to the original line of scrimmage as well, too. And that's a little trick play there. A little bit of caught him off guard, but now we've got a 4th and long. It looks like the special teams will be coming out here for Castle Realty. I don't expect them to go for it, but, I didn't expect Evans Wholesale to go for it, so maybe they'll prove me wrong and go for it here, 4th and 10, 4th and 10 and a half.
That half yard could prove to be the difference.
Dude,
here.
I'm telling you, it's a game of inches, and that's what it came down to on that last 4th down, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, Castle Realty going for it on 4th down. So first it was Evans Wholesale, now Castle Realty going for it.
They got the short field. They're going to try for it. Here it is.
Pitch it outside, and that's Nethersole. Got some speed, and he's got
nice
a lane
block.
and a nice block there from the wide receiver. A couple of moves. He's still on his feet. Finally dragged down. But the key block there looked like it came from I believe it was number 14. Trying to get a number there, but what a great block that was. I believe it might have been Dylan Mayu.
Yeah, that was something else there. Nethersole, when you've got a back like that in your backfield and you can go for it on a run on 4th and 10 and a half and gain 20 yards, it's just amazing. That's a great option out of the backfield, and Castle Realty didn't even think about punting there. They know more than I do, obviously.
Yeah, we'll call that a gain of about 27 on that one, so a big 1st down to keep this drive going for Castle Realty, again in gold.
Oh, boy, this is it. Now they're in scoring position now. Anytime you're this close and you've got runners like they have.
And they're going to try the middle, and there's a couple of moves. Wow, a nice run there.
That was number 7 there on that run. Nice run for him on a big day. Not sure on his name yet, but he sure broke free and was headed towards the end zone. He got stopped just short of the 20, but making some moves.
He's so good, his name isn't even on the score sheet.
He's that quick, man. They couldn't get his name on paper. He's just fast.
Yeah, it was a nice run between the tackles, and that was enough. Looks like enough to be a 1st down. They're still marking it off there. I believe they are saying it is a 1st down, so 1st and 10 here for Castle Realty. Yeah, take the handoff, and it's a pitch to the outside again. A good tackle there from, looks like to be, it's number 85 with the tackle that time.
Yeah, that's Owen Payne there. He's a strong defensive tackler for Evans Wholesale, and you've got to wrap up David Nethersall the second. You've got to get him quick because he can shake and bake, baby. He can shake and bake, and he just got caught there. And, Owen Payne saved a touchdown on that defensive stand.
Yeah, early on you can see David Nethersall II certainly has the skills to make you miss and the speed, too, to make you pay.
Oh, yeah, it's such a young prospect. It's amazing. It reminds me a lot of his father, David Nethersall I, played at McGregor for a long time, a great running back, still plays in the Chatham Flag Football League, and he's an amazing runner, and he's passed them skills on. And, there's no stopping those Nethersalls once they get going.
Well, we got flags on the play, and this one looks like it's going against Castle Realty.
It was like a false start on that one, so... Yeah, just more yards to gain for them. And, the defense there of Evans Wholesale is pretty intimidating. So, yeah, this is going to be a good game. Just getting started here, still in the first quarter. And, we've seen great defense, a couple of big runs here by Castle Realty. But besides that, the defense has been the main focal point of this game.
Again, a couple of big runs from David Nethersall II, of course, playing for Castle Realty in gold. They're undefeated 6-0, facing Evans Wholesale 4-2, and those two losses coming courtesy of their opponent today, Castle Realty. So Castle Realty with the ball here on 2nd and 10.
Man in motion.
Two men in the backfield, and they're going to hand it off to David Nethersall II. A couple of little moves there to get outside on that left side.
Excellent tackling, though. I'm telling you, these defenses are strong. So I'm expecting a low-scoring game today with the way these defenses are playing.
And David Nethersall, just watching him run, just makes those little moves, but just enough, no wasted movement, it doesn't look. It looks like he's been taught very well on how to run the football.
Oh, yeah. He's Barry Sanders-esque. He's very close to that, and he's a small guy, hard to bring down when you've got to get lower than him to tackle him, and he's really shifty in those shoes. So we'll see how he does today. He's already had a good game to begin the start of this game.
So it's Dalen Mayu under center, and he's going to pitch it. Oh, nice hit. Good gang tackling there.
Oh.
Finally brought down, nearly able to fight away from the tackle, but a nice tackle made by, it looked like it was number 22 by Evans Wholesale.
I'm going to say it was 32, but it was close. I think it was a 32 that got to him.
Ethan Lutz.
Wow.
Lead with the tackle.
Excellent tackle. And the defense was swarming on that one, bringing up a 4th down and about 13. They're going for it, no doubt here. They went for it earlier, and they have no qualms about going for it on 4th down with the backfield that they have. But this defense is pretty stymied, so we'll see what this play brings about. 4th down and 13.
So a big play here for the Evans Wholesale defense. And they're going to look to go over that left side. Oh, a nice play, and he's got a blocker out in front of him. He's going to score on the play. Beautifully done. Not even touched, I don't believe.
No, that was an amazing run. He's so quick. Nobody even got a hand on him. Didn't even touch his shadow. He was in the end zone before the play had even, really got going. That's how quick he was there. So we'll see what they decide to do here for the extra point.
Yeah, in this league, we should note the extra point. If you kick the extra point, you actually get 2 points for that. Whereas if you get the ball into the end zone, either a pass or a run, that is only 1 point.
Yeah, that's an interesting rule, and that's a good way to do it, encouraging another Sean Sweezum to come out of Chatham-Kent.
Well done, yes.
Let's do it.
Of course, the kicker who was in the NFL for a long time from Wallaceburg.
Tough snap. Oh, that's got to hurt the shin.
You got to be brave to hold that ball down.
I'm telling you, especially with a snap like that, you've got only a split second to bring it down and put it down on the ground for the kicker. The kicker had no chance there. The snap was bad, but here we go. 6-0, an early lead for Castle Realty. These guys are not playing around. This offense is high octane.
Yeah, they certainly are. They certainly showed that they can run the ball effectively. They converted a 4th down on that drive, a key 4th down leading to that touchdown, and they take an early 6-0 lead. Of course, the extra point was no good.
No, and you know what? On both 4th down plays that they converted, they gave the ball to David Nethersall II and said, just run. and it sure helped out on that touchdown run. That was a 4th and 13. They went for it, and nobody even got close to them, and they now have the lead, 6-0, and here comes the kick.
Again, a big touchdown run by David Nethersall II to put Castle Realty out in front, 6-0. Again, this is the Adam Minor Football Championship game. Occam Shrine Club putting it on. And of course, a part of the Chatham-Kent Cougars organization. Now, Evans Wholesale with the kickoff. They're going to look to return this one, get some nice field position.
Wow.
And still moving the pile. And we've got a late flag coming in. Maybe a face mask.
Yeah, they'll tack some yards onto the end of that run there.
A nice return there from Evans Wholesale. Just when you thought the play was done, looked like they gained about another 10 yards before finally being dragged down.
Wow. What a great start to this game, and we knew we were in for a big matchup today. The call on the field was 13 men on the field, too many men on there for the special teams of Castle Realty, giving a couple extra yards for Evans Wholesale, and here comes their offense.
Yeah, good field position for Evans Wholesale to start this game, just over midfield into Castle Realty territory. 2 men in the backfield. They're going to hand it off and try it over the left side. A nice run on first down, picking up about 4 yards. But I got to tell you, early on, this Castle Realty team in gold, a lot of gang tackling happening. It looks like that defensive line is going to be a challenge for Evans Wholesale because Castle Realty looks like they got some good size up front on that defensive line.
Yes, definitely, and they've got great teaching as well, great coaching. Mike Lindley, the head coach of the Castle Realty squad, and he's got his share of experience. We'll speak on that later, but he does a great job getting this team ready defensively, and that is their strong point so far.
So the handoff's going to number 32. That's a nice play, looking to get outside on that right side, and he's still on his feet. Finally brought down at the end of the first quarter.
Nice run there by Ethan Lutz, though, moving the chains. Wow, end of the first quarter. Now we're tied. Well, not tied. Sorry, 6-0 is the score right now for Castle Realty, but it's been a back-and-forth game. Both teams are evenly matched here so far, Mike.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The difference so far in that first quarter was certainly David Nethersall II showing his running ability, getting Castle Realty into the end zone to give them that 6-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. But Evans Wholesale looks like they got a little something going here. On that run right there, they were able to get the first down, the run by Ethan Lutz. And Ethan Lutz, we understand, not only a good runner, but a good tackler as well, plays defensive back for that Evans Wholesale squad.
Definitely. He's a two-way player. They've got a bunch of them on their squad, a smaller roster than Castle Realty. They've got a lot of good athletes out there, too. Look at them hustle to the ball. Great coaching has led them here to this championship game, and Matt Roundtree's done an excellent job getting these guys ready for today's game. Yeah,
you can't say enough about the coaches that take on that type of responsibility to teach these kids the game of football. So they're going to hand off the football to the number 20 for Evans Wholesale. They're going to try that left side again. That was Austin McCready with the carry.
Yeah, not much there, though. That defensive line is tough, and they get side to side very quickly, not allowing the running back to hit that corner, and that is a key to stopping a running back in this league. Just keep him in front of you. Don't let him get outside, because once he gets outside, he's so hard to catch.
And it looks like Castle Realty has really been coached on swarming to the football. As soon as they see somebody with that football, the whole team's there to gang tackle. That's what you like to see, certainly from young kids learning to play football. A lot of hustle, as many people to the football as you can get.
Oh, definitely, and that's the key to their success so far.
So Evans Wholesale with the handoff on second down. They're going to try the right side this time. A couple of nice moves there. He's being chased from behind.
Nice tackle
Finally
there.
Dragged down, but that's going to be a gain of about 14 yards that time by Ethan Lutz once again with the carry. He made the initial man miss and then showed that burst upfield to pick up about 14 yards and a big first down here for Evans Wholesale.
That was a running back on running back tackle there. David Nethersall II made that big tackle. A little guy, but he's got a little punch behind that little guy. So nice tackle there on defense, but not before Evans Wholesale gets the first down. Big run there by Ethan Lutz.
So a nice drive here for Evans Wholesale, who took the ball at about midfield. They're now at the 27-yard line for Castle Realty. So Evans Wholesale, they're going to hand it off to big number 42 over that left side. Oh, and he breaks through an arm tackle, but finally brought down. Not much of a gain there. A nice tackle there on the outside.
No, Anthony Atkinson is a huge running back that they've got back there. And you know, when you have a big back like that, you've got to run north to south, and you got to just take it upfield. You saw him run over a potential tackler there, but he was going too far laterally instead of going towards the end zone. If he'd run straight up and down, wow, he'd be tough to bring down. Herschel Walker style.
Kind of reminds me of a Mike Allstott a little bit.
There you go. There it is.
So Anthony Atkinson was brought down there. No gain on that carry. 2nd and 10. And they're going to try it up the middle and then bouncing it outside.
Another big tackle on defense there.
That time with the carry, it was number 20, Austin McCready. And again, some nice defense there from Castle Realty. 2 men to the ball carrier, making the tackle, securing the tackle, make sure there were no broken tackles, no extra yards after the initial contact. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 here for Evans Wholesale.
Yeah, it was Drake St. Pierre on the tackle there. He's a big guy in the middle for the Castle Realty defense, and you know he doesn't let many get by him.
So Evans Wholesale now with the ball at the 26-yard line. They got motion out to the left. Oh, confusion in the backfield. That ball's on the turf. Oh, but they managed to jump on it. That time Austin McCready regaining possession, but I believe that was number 85 breaking through the middle. Owen Payne, I think somebody told him the snap count on that one.
Yeah, I guess so. And just a broken play from the start. Fortunately, Austin McCready was able to fall on that ball, but now it brings up a 4th and very long. We're looking at about 4th and 13 and a half yards. So it's a long ways to go, but you know I don't think they have any fear in going for it. They're in Castle Realty territory, so they're going to go for it.
Yeah, no doubt. Evans Wholesale running up. The one thing I have noticed, they really like to huddle far enough away from where the line of scrimmage is.
Looks like we've got a timeout on the field.
Timeout Castle Realty with 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Oh, Castle Realty wants to get their defense in order for this big 4th down. Of course,
8 minutes left. Wow.
In the second quarter here, just 1 touchdown to speak of in the first quarter. It was scored by David Nethersall II on a big run to put them up 6-0. That's where we stand right now. Once again, this is the Occam Shrine Club Adam Minor Football Championship game, brought to you from the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex, put on, of course, by the Chatham-Kent Cougars Football Organization. Great night for football here under the lights. What a great experience it is for these kids, grades 5 and 6 here playing in this game.
Oh, yeah, win or lose, this is something that you keep with you for a long time. Playing in front of a packed house like this, under the lights, you know, kids dream of this, and now they get to do this so young. That just speaks to volumes of how great the Cougars organization is, and giving the kids this opportunity to do this. This is huge.
So Evans Wholesale going for it on 4th and about 14. Oh, we have a mix-up on the handoff again. And they're forced to just jump on it. That was number 32 jumping on it. Ethan Lutz, a little mix-up on the handoff there, and Lutz just falls on it, and we're going to have a turnover on downs. That ball now going back over to Castle Realty. We talk about the experience here of playing under the lights. You know, for kids this age to get that experience, I think it's tremendous because a lot of us, you know, a lot of people out there, I think, that played football never even got a chance to play under the lights, and you know, it just feels like a big stage.
Yeah, playing in recess and playing in front of a crowd like this and under the lights is 2 completely different games, and they're making really good young gentlemen right here. They're giving them experience and giving them, you know, a sense of pride in what they do and keeping them out of trouble. That's what I like. I'm just saying.
Not that we know anything about that.
No, not at all.
Clearly. Castle Realty now with the football. Turnover on downs. They got 2 men in the backfield. And they're going to pitch it out to the right side. They're going to try the right side of that offensive line.
Ooh, nice tackle.
A good tackle there, certainly getting the ankles. And a short gain on first down, about 3 yards there for Castle Realty. And
these two teams know each other pretty well, played each other twice throughout the regular season. Castle Realty did come out as victors in those games, but both of those games were very close, especially the last game came right down to the wire. Castle Realty managed to pull it out to keep their undefeated season. That just shows how good Evans Wholesale is, though. They won every other game that they played, so this is going to be one big game going right down to the wire.
You know, Evans Wholesale has to be hungry after losing their only 2 games to their opponent today here in this championship game.
Oh, yeah, and that just makes them want it even more. And, yeah, Castle Realty obviously hoping to cap their season off with a win. They've done so the whole season, so they feel like they can bring it home, but they've got a good test in front of them today.
You know, and we talked about the, it looks like we have a timeout on the field right now, so as the coaches talk to their respective teams, we can talk a little bit about the coaches for each of these 2 teams. Castle Realty, coached by Mike Lindley, as we mentioned, has, we understand, a big football background, went to the University of Western, was an all-Canadian linebacker there, actually won a Vanier Cup.
Wow.
A pretty select few can say they won a Vanier Cup. So.
No, definitely, and that's something you pass on to your teammates as well. Like his team has got that sense of winning now. They know what it takes to win, and they're really professional when it comes to this game.
So Castle Realty with the ball, they're going to pitch it over to that right side. They're going to try the outside, and it looks like some nice defense there from Evans Wholesale, getting some penetration into the backfield. Across the field there. Hard to pick up a number on that one.
Yeah, but they lost a lot of yards on there. It's just getting further and further now. It's going to be 3rd and very long once again here for Castle Realty. Already shown that it's 4-down football. You know, they're not afraid to go for it on 4th and long. They scored a touchdown on a 4th and long play, so it's still 4-down territory, even though they're deep in their own side of the field.
It looked like it might have been Ethan Lutz, number 32, the defensive back, getting into the backfield there and making that great tackle right around the ankles. You grab them around the legs, they're not going to go anywhere.
No, it doesn't matter how fast, how big, how small, nothing. If you get them right, they're going down.
So a big third down and 13 here for Castle Realty. They're going to drop back and hand it off once again. Oh, and a nice move there. Oh, and he's got open field. Oh, just tripped up. A shoestring tackle there.
He saw daylight on that one. I thought we were going to have a big touchdown there, but he couldn't get past that last defender. But still, a big run there by James Murham. A nice run by him.
So a good carry there and a big gain on 3rd down.
Yeah, it was 3rd and forever, and he got forever and some.
He did. It was a gain of about 18, it looked like there. So they're going to get the ball at their own 50-yard line and a fresh set of downs there for Castle Realty. Again, Castle Realty coming into this championship game undefeated, leading this game right now in the second quarter, 6-0 here again at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. So yeah, Realty,
they've got some swag out there. I'm telling you, they're moving like they know how to win here, and they're doing what it takes so far.
So again, that's number 55 with the carry, not nearly as much yardage this time. That was Noah Jones with the carry. And that's a gain of about 3 yards, we'll call it.
Good defense, though, still. And there's only so many holes in a defense, and Evans Wholesale has managed to shore them up pretty quickly. They've given up a couple of big runs, and they've amounted to big yards, but, for the most part, they're standing their ground and showing Castle Realty they're not backing down for nothing.
My apologies. That was James Maharam on that carry.
Mm-hmm. Close enough.
So James Maharam with 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and then now a big run up the middle, fighting for yards, keeping those legs moving. Good to see there.
Wow, he moved that whole pile. That little guy got through there, and there was a little bit of confusion on that handoff, but he still managed to get the ball and head for the end zone. He managed to pick up a first down. That was Jarrett Millard on that one. Nice run by him there.
Well, we have the coaches back on the field here again.
Timeout, Evans Wholesale.
We have a timeout on the field from Evans Wholesale, trying to get that defense shored up as Castle Realty tries to drive for another score. And Castle Realty so far showing that they've got multiple weapons in the backfield. We saw it was David Nethersall the second with some big runs in that first quarter, putting them up 6-0. And now we're seeing James Maharam with a couple of big runs and showing they've got a lot of versatility in that backfield.
Yeah, a lot of these guys going both ways, too. That just tells you what kind of athletes they are. They're really, really well conditioned, and that, again, goes back to the coaching. And, yeah, both these coaches take this game very seriously, and their players, that reflects in their game.
Just imagine how much fun they're having out there, though. What a great experience again to play under the lights at this age, grade 5 and 6, and just get out there with your buddies and play some football. I mean, that's just a great experience to have, and it's great that the Chatham-Kent Cougars football organization allows the kids to do this.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. I wish they had this when I was around. I might have, no.
Well, they're going to blow the whistle on that one. James Maharam was wrapped up by number 24 for Evans Wholesale with the tackle. That was Kyle Piggott with the big stop.
Good defense there. Nice defensive stand. And like I said, for the majority of the plays, Evans Wholesale is keeping Castle Realty in front of them and not allowing them to get too far. But it's the big gains that are hurting them. It's the one big run that ends up, ruining the day for the defense for the Evans Wholesale squad. There's 3 minutes left now in this half. Still 6-0 score. This is going to be a great one.
Yeah, so second down and 13 here for Castle Realty, looking to drive and put another score on the board. We just got the notification that there's under 3 minutes left here in the second quarter before we head to halftime. So, of course, Castle Realty going to be looking to put another score on the board. They're going to pitch it to the outside. Wow, some nice penetration there. They just get the pitch outside to James Maharam, and he's got some Realty on the outside, finally dragged down number 55. James Maharam showing some elusiveness there. It looked like it was number 24, Kyle Piggott, getting some penetration into the backfield again, but James Maharam avoids him and gets a big carry, picks up some major yardage on the outside. That was a gain of about 14, 15 yards, and that's a first down for Castle Realty.
Wow, it's amazing. Once you hit that corner, it's very hard to bring down a running back because then they're heading north and south. They've got their direction going, and some quick running backs back there for Castle Realty, and the defense having a tough time on keeping them in containment.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough thing, being on the outside. You're on an island as a defensive back trying to make that tackle as the running back's coming full steam at you. So it's great that these kids can learn those skills at this age because it's only going to help them as they get older. Oh, the toss to James Maharam hits him in the hip and hits the turf. He's forced to jump on it, and that's going to be a loss of about
almost 10
7,
yards.
8 yards.
Tough.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough loss there.
Oh, yeah.
1 minute and 37 seconds.
Time is ticking, too, and the half is quickly approaching. Only 1 minute left here in the half. Time is still running, and no sense of urgency yet from Castle Realty. They've got to move quickly if they want to get any kind of points before this half ends.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if we see the ball go up in the air here with time ticking down.
Yeah, we've yet to see a pass, but you don't need to pass when you've got such quick running backs back there, and we'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah, not only quick, too, they've got some good size in that backfield, Castle Realty does. So they're going to look to maybe hand off here again. And, yeah, the quick handoff coming around the left side. They fake the pitch, and there's some real estate on that left side. That's enough for the first down. That's a nice pickup there from...
Excellent blocking. They didn't get the first there. They still got a ways to go, but they got back a lot.
My apologies,
they lost.
yeah.
They regained a lot of the yards that they lost, but... Yeah, excellent blocking up front, and that little trick counter play there that they threw in the mix. It just allowed enough space for the running back to squeak through there and pick up some big yards, and time is quickly ticking away.
Well, it's a nice call from the coaching staff. You keep running that pitch out to the right side, and then you fake the pitch, and as you mentioned, the quick handoff coming back the other way, some misdirection confusing the defense.
Oh yeah, and it's coming right down to it here. They're pressing for it. Third down now, third and about 7 yards.
Castle Realty, they're going to pitch it out to the right side again. The running back, James Maharam, having some troubles holding on to it. It hit him in the hands that time. Didn't look like there was anything wrong with the pitch that time, but just unable to hold on to it. So that's going to bring up a fourth and 10, and now we understand 30 seconds left here in the second quarter heading into halftime.
Yeah, this is a big play here. It's all or nothing now. It's Hail Mary time. If they've got it in the bank, it's time to cash the check, if that makes sense.
So we'll see if the teller's working the desk today as they approach the line. Castle Realty, again, leads this one 6-0. They got 2 running backs in the backfield. They've been trying that right side all night. And this time they're going to come back to the left side. A quick handoff. They forego the pitch, and they got some speed, and he's got the outside corner just as the quarter expires, and he's in for the touchdown.
Wow.
Wow, the last play of the quarter, the last play of the first half, and it goes for a TD.
12, Evans Wholesale 0.
Wow, that was amazing, and it was all or nothing, and they got it all. And James Maharam, once he hits that outside corner, he was gone. You know, Castle Realty is just an amazing running team. They like to go to the outside, and that's where they're getting their points today. 12-0 is their lead now. They still have their extra point attempt here.
Well, James Maharam was having some troubles with the pitch. He dropped three of them, put them on the ground. That time they decided, you know what, we're just going to put it in the breadbasket
Just
and
give him the ball.
not even risk him putting it on the ground. And that seemed to work just fine there on that nice play. A beautiful run, 32-yard run. They're going for the extra point, and it is...
It was good.
Are they calling that good?
The extra point is good.
And it's good.
The score at
Wow.
halftime is Castle Realty 14.
So 14-0 Castle Realty. Again, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the kick is actually worth 2 points after a touchdown. The convert worth 2 points in this league. And if you either run or throw the ball into the end zone, that's 1 point. So 2 points there on the convert, on a convert that they didn't get on their earlier touchdown. Now they're up by 2 scores, 14-0 for Castle Realty here at halftime. So
Yeah, both these teams looking good, though. Defenses on both sides are playing some good football. Besides those couple of big runs that Evans Wholesale has given up, you know, the first in the early on in the game, David Nethersole the second just broke through on a 4th down and 13. Yo, man, it was an amazing run. Squeaked through, got the touchdown, giving Castle Realty the early 6-0 lead. And then Evans Wholesale, they had their opportunities and just couldn't capitalize. They moved the ball, managed to get some good yardage, but just couldn't bring home some points. And in the second quarter, right down to the last play of the game, James Maharam scores on a long, long run. It was 3rd and long, the last play of the game. The buzzer sounds as he crosses the goal line. The extra point is converted, and now we sit at a 14-0 lead. And Castle Realty, they are on fire.
that's right. So here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex, the Occam Shrine Club Adam Minor Football Championship game brought to you by the Chatham-Kent Cougars Football Organization. Castle Realty coming into this championship game undefeated 6-0. Evans Wholesale coming into this game 4-2. There are only 2 losses coming at the hands of this very same Castle Realty team. Again, Castle Realty leads this one 14-0 at halftime. We'll come back for the second half. Welcome back to the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex for the second half of this Occam Shrine Club Adam Minor Football Championship game brought to you by the Chatham-Kent Cougars Football Organization. I'm Mike James, joined by Chris Prince here. And at the half, 14-0, Castle Realty leads Evans Wholesale. And Evans Wholesale is going to kick the ball off to Castle Realty here to start the second half.
Yeah, this game is far from over as well. Both teams are playing very good on defense, and right off the start.
Right off the start, a short kick right into the hands of the up man for Castle Realty, and he's going to take it in for the score. What a start to the second half for Castle Realty.
Nice run. It looks like Dalen Mayu got that ball there. Looks like number 14, if I'm not mistaken. I could be, but he was quick. As soon as he had the ball, made no mistake. Just ran straight up the field. Nobody could get in his way. He was already in the end zone.
Wow, right into his hands off the kickoff. That was about a 55-yard return for a touchdown. What a way to start the second half.
Oh, yeah, nice little celebration there, too. It's such a wasted art anymore. We don't see many touchdown dances, but that was pretty sweet there. Nice little celebration with one of his teammates doing the old chest bounce. And, yeah, we'll see. That's the way that Castle Realty likes to start off the game. To start off the second half, just go straight to the bank.
Yeah, any team, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better.
No.
I mean, what a start kind of reminds me of Percy Harvin against the Dallas Cowboys earlier this year.
Oh, man. I feel bad for Cowboys fans. Oh, a broken play.
The extra point, no good for Castle Realty, but nonetheless, they open the second half with a kickoff return, 55 yards, Dalen Mayu, and a big lead now for Castle Realty in this championship game. They now lead this game 20-0.
Wow. And, right as I was saying, this game is far from over because Evans Wholesale's played very good in that first half. Their defense was strong. They did give up a couple of big plays, but for the most part, they were very solid, and their offense was moving the ball, just didn't capitalize. I was imagining Evans Wholesale coming out and giving Castle Realty a run for their money, but well, that's just exactly what Castle Realty did. They ran for the money, straight to the bank, touchdown, 20-0 is the score, and now we get the kickoff. Hey, you never know, it could go the other way.
Yeah, it certainly could. Evans Wholesale getting set to receive this one. And I'm sure Castle Realty thinking to themselves, well, we don't want that to happen to us. And Evans Wholesale players probably thinking, let's do it right back. So Evans Wholesale taking the kick, a nice deep kick. And a decent return there.
Wow.
Finally dragged down, though. A nice tackle there from the Castle Realty
that was
kick coverage team.
There. He's a beast on defense for Castle Realty and a great player on special teams as well. Good form tackle. He's the rock in that defense for the Castle Realty here.
So a nice return by Kyle Piggott. And that's a 1st and 10 now for Evans Wholesale from their own 45-yard line. So I'm sure they're going to look to get this offense moving now, trailing 20-0 here early in the second half. Again, if you're just joining us, Castle Realty taking the opening kickoff of the third quarter, the distance. It was Dalen Mayu taking the kickoff 55 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, we've got an injured player on the field as well, too. That's Kyle Piggott down, number 24 for Evans Wholesale. He's the one that made that big tackle there, just didn't... He obviously twisted his leg. It looks like he's still on the ground here as a trainer attends to him. We'll see how things work out from here.
Yeah, dragged down by a couple of tacklers from Castle Realty on that return, Piggott was. So a nice job, though, of holding on to the football.
Excellent run there by Dalen Mayu. I still got a flashback there. An excellent return on that to start this half off. His father, Jason Mayu, was an excellent track star back in high school, and he was setting records, and he has records that still stand to this day. So his speed has been passed down to the next generation as well. And big number 24 is up now for Evans Wholesale, and Kyle Piggott makes his way off to the field here for just a little bit of extra care by the trainers, and Evans Wholesale looks to get their offense going.
Yeah, nice round of applause here for the fans for Kyle Piggott as he makes his way over to the sideline. So Evans Wholesale with their first possession here of the second half. 1st and 10 from their own 45. And
there goes Pink Sox again. He's rolling.
Got it up the middle. A gain
10.
of 5 yards.
Bradley Wild, man. Like I say, he's a big runner, and he runs north to south pretty good. And if he can get a hole, I imagine those Pink Sox will be blurring down the field.
Yeah, we understand Bradley Wild actually came from Oakville recently.
Yeah, he grew up there, and he played on the championship Pee Wee travel team as well. He's one of their big offensive stars. He also plays on defense as well. So we'll get a good look at him. I bet you we'll get a good dose of Bradley Wild on the Bradley Wild on this play.
So Bradley Wild in the backfield. He's got a couple of lead blockers, but it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and a nice run there from the QB. That's a gain of about 7-8 yards there. From Evans Wholesale, it looked to be Rylan Evans with the carry.
Yeah, he had options there. He could have pitched it, but he said, no, I'm taking this one, and he made no mistake, gained the first down, and here we go. They're making some moves here. We could still see a big game here for Evans Wholesale.
Yeah, Evans Wholesale looks to be on the move now. Looks like they said that's enough of this. Let's move the football here. Let's start to pound Castle Realty a little bit, give them a taste of their own medicine. And certainly Rylan Evans looked like he was determined to pick up some major yardage on that carry. So first and 10 from the opposite side of the field now. They've got it from the 52-yard line of Castle Realty. Evans is going to keep it again, breaks a tackle. And he's still keeping his feet moving. Looked like he was doing a bit of a moonwalk there. Picks up about 5 yards.
Yeah, he got some good blocks from his offensive line. They've got a big-sized offensive line, Evans Wholesale does. And they're led there by number 88, 89, sorry, on that one with a big block heading down the field. That's Alexander Stone, who helped free his QB for a couple more yards.
So it'll be interesting to see if Rylan Evans, after a couple of keepers here, if he decides to pitch the ball out. As you mentioned, he had some options, could have pitched it out to his running back. So maybe that's something that they're setting up for a little later on here in this drive.
Oh, yeah, here we go now. Big play here on second down. Second down, about 6 yards to go for Evans Wholesale. They are picking up some momentum here on this drive.
Almost some confusion in the backfield. They're going to try that right side, but nowhere to go. That was number 14 for Evans Wholesale, dragged down there. Jackson Roundtree.
Yeah, he didn't have any chance on that one. The defensive line broke through. Brendan Bondi with a huge tackle.
And Roundtree is still down.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Both players, they looked like they took a big shot there on that tackle, and you never like to see something like this, especially kids this young. They do bounce back pretty quickly, but that's a tough hit to take at any age.
Yeah, so a loss of about 6 yards on that carry, and really he had nowhere to go on that carry. As soon as he got the ball, he tried to get to the outside. Jackson Roundtree did, but some nice penetration from the defensive line of the Castle Realty squad, and a big loss on the play for Evans Wholesale.
Yeah, Castle Realty not just strong on offense. Their defense is still just as good, and they have speed on both sides of the ball, so they can get in that backfield quick and cause a lot of problems for the other team. And Roundtree looks like he's up now with the help of his coaches, and he'll get some care over there on the sidelines. And that's a tough hit he took there, but he's a strong warrior, and I bet you we'll see him again.
Yeah, like you said, at this age, a lot of them they'll get nicked up and then they'll bounce right back, which is always great to see. So, Evans Wholesale, they're ready to get back to work here on offense. 3rd and about 11 now from the 52-yard line of the Castle Realty squad. You got 2 men in the backfield there. They're going to motion out to the right side, and the quarterback, it's going to be a keeper again over that right side, but great penetration again from that defensive line at Castle Realty. That was Rylan Evans, the quarterback, with the keeper, but not a lot of room on that right side. Penetration immediately after the snap.
Yeah, and it all stems from Drake St. Pierre. He's the beast in the middle, causing all that problems. He gets through, and they need to put at least 2 guys on him to block him, but that frees up another guy who gets into the backfield, and it's tough when they've got to face a D-line like this. Drake St. Pierre is having one heck of a day for the defensive side of the Castle Realty Cougars, man. Oh, man. It's tough to run on, and now they've got a long 4th down play to go for, and you got to think they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, maybe when the offense comes to the line, they figure out where 66 is, and they go to the other side of the field because St. Pierre having a huge game there on the defensive line. So Evans Wholesale with the ball on 4th down. Some confusion in the backfield. They drop the ball. They pick it up and drop for a loss, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
And very fitting, number 66, Drake St. Pierre makes that tackle. He's played one heck of a game for the defensive side here, and man, Castle Realty clicking on all cylinders. We've got another injured player down, though. Never like to see this, and all the players take a knee and hope the best for their fellow comrade out there on the field.
That was Ethan Lutz that picked up the football on the fumbled handoff, but couldn't get away. And as we mentioned, that Castle Realty defensive line, just a beast out there tonight so far. Just putting pressure, getting penetration into the backfield, not giving the running back or the quarterback a lot of options.
Yeah, Castle Realty, the only reason their offense has managed to work is they've managed to get to the outside corner and sealed off that defensive line, but their defensive line on the Castle Realty side is just so strong that Evans Wholesale can't get outside. They've managed to do so just on limited success, but they just can't manage to break that corner and head up the field.
Now, talking about this game that we'd mentioned, and we're back here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. Again, the Occam Shrine Club Adam Minor Football Championship game being put on by the Chatham-Kent Cougars Football Organization. And it is Castle Realty leading this game 20-0 at this point. And they just got the ball on downs as well. They've got the ball now at the 53-yard line of Evans Wholesale. They're going to pitch it out, and it's going to be over the left side.
A vicious
nice
block.
pickup there.
Wow, their blocking is so good for Castle Realty, and that springs their quick running backs out of their backfield. But, wow, it's some vicious blocks.
A pickup of 8 yards there on first down, so a nice chunk of yardage for Castle Realty.
Wow. That's something else. And the Castle Realty is a very good squad, but Evans Wholesale, they're holding their ground. They've only lost to Castle Realty. So, they've still held their own in the league, and they've managed to get to the championship game. They're right here with them battling, and every play it looks like they could break one, but it just can't manage to stop this high-octane offense of Castle Realty.
Castle Realty, 2nd and 2. They're going to hand it off to the up man, and a nice job there from the defensive line of Evans Wholesale. No gain on that play. Trying to run right up the gut, but the defensive tackle's right in the middle, plugging that hole up, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, it looked like big number 88 down there for Evans Wholesale. That's Jacob Miller. He's a big man on their O-line and their D-line. He's one big guy to block, and if you can't get a body on him, he's going to take out your running back pretty easily, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
So it looks like Castle Realty looking to mix it up because, as we've seen, they can run it outside. They don't want the defense, though, to start to cheat, so they run the ball up the middle, keep that defense on its toes, bring up a 3rd and 2, and they're going to hand it off, and that's going to be Mayu running around the outside, but that's room.
Little Nethersall, little David Nethersall trying to get there, but he just couldn't get the corner. Oh, yeah, that's Speedy Gonzalez, andale, but he just couldn't get there. He was so close, but yet it's a game of inches, and that inch he couldn't get has managed to bring him for a stop. 4th down and about a yard to go.
Hey, right, my apologies. That was Nethersall, and you should be able to tell that with that black helmet on,
but
right?
I can see how you would confuse the two. They're both very quick athletes, man, and they both, as soon as they get the ball, they're looking to score, and, it looks like they're going to call that a 1st down. He did manage to get over the line.
Yep, they're moving the chains, so it's going to be a 1st and 10 here for Castle Realty.
Big pickup.
And we have to remember, too, this is actually the first possession for Castle Realty here in the second half because they took the opening kickoff of the second half for a touchdown.
Yeah, this is something else. They are good on all facets of the game. Their special teams, their defense, their offense. They're moving the ball pretty well now.
So they're going to hand the ball off to the back man, David Nethersall, the second, and that's a nice pickup there on 1st down, close to another 1st down, almost a 10-yard pickup there. And Castle Realty is just moving the chains here, picking up huge chunks of yardage.
These kids are amazing. Grade 5 and 6. This is just mind-boggling, the speed and the way that these guys are blocking together as a team and working together, moving the ball, and wow. Both teams are showing very, very good athleticism and good coaching because, like their blocking schemes, their play calling, they're very well organized squads, and there's no wonder that they are both in this championship game tonight.
So we'll keep an eye again. David Nethersall the second back in that I formation, and they're going to hand it off to him, and he eludes the first man. Oh, and there's a lot of pressure there. He's going to be dragged down. Finally, they kill the play before he's actually dragged to the ground, but a nice job there by Evans Wholesale, the defense, getting some penetration and not allowing David Nethersall II to get that motor running and get outside and dragging him down for a big loss.
Yeah, he managed to shake one tackler, but shake and bake couldn't work enough to stop Anthony Atkinson. He was the big defender there for Evans Wholesale coming in to make that tackle, and the size difference on that play there, that had a big reason to why he couldn't get by him. Anthony Atkinson's a big boy.
So Evans Wholesale coming up big here on defense so far in the first 2 downs. 3rd down now and 7 for Castle Realty. And they're going to pass on this play. Our first passing play of the game. He's got a receiver, and it's caught. A beautiful catch by number 14. That was Dalen Mayu.
Once again, he's an amazing receiver out there, and, to make that catch is tough with the defender all over you. The ball kind of floated there for a while, and the wind is just strong enough to keep that ball up in the air enough, but Dalen Mayu just went up and got it and, picks up the first down.
Nice toss there by Jones K. And, again, that was the first pass that we've seen in this game.
Yeah, and it's no wonder why they don't pass too often because they have such great running backs back there. You don't need to take a risk like that, but when you've got a receiver like that, it's not much of a risk either. You know, it was a nice pass, nice catch there, and they continue to move the ball.
And it wasn't bad defense by Evans Wholesale either. There was a defender right there.
All over it.
So they'll hand the ball off. They'll try the middle this time.
I didn't even see who had that ball. That was good fakes there on that one. It was hard to tell who had the ball.
And that
excellent play call.
That was number 7 on the carry that time. And once again,
he's quick. That number 7.
He's so fast that his name didn't make the sheet.
Well, I'll tell you, he probably ran out of his other jersey. He was so fast they had to just put on anything they could find.
It burned up. It disintegrated.
He just too quick. Too quick.
So that was a gain of about 3 yards there on first down. So that brings up a 2nd and 7 here for Castle Realty. Again, Castle Realty leads this championship game 20-0 here in the third quarter at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. And, they're going to hand it off.
Wow.
Wow, what a play.
Again.
Finally dragged down. Looks like there's a fumble on the field. Nope, they're going to call the play dead right there.
Wow, that, again, very good play call.
That counter.
It was hard to tell who came away with that ball, and it threw everyone off, and that'll round out the third quarter. But, wow, excellent show here by Castle Realty. These guys, they've got a lot of firepower back there when you can hand the ball off to pretty much anyone. And, you know, the blocking up front is allowing those holes to open up. And you got to wonder if Evans Wholesale defense, they've been out there quite a bit this quarter to stay on the field. You got to get tired eventually, but, you know, they're still holding their ground. They've got some big boys in the middle making some plays, but, you know, they just given up those couple big plays that have been the difference in the scoreboard.
It looked like that might have been Daniel Brazil with the big carry for about 30 yards and a 1st and 10 here for Castle Realty. And they're going to run it outside. I think that's Brazil again looking to get the corner. He fights for a couple extra yards there, finally dragged down.
That was tough. He held on to the ball there. That was very key because if he doesn't, that ball is loose and there was nobody else out there to jump on the ball. Evans Wholesale could have ran all the way the other way, and that's what they're going to do now anyways because that's the end of the third quarter. 20-0 is the score. We're going to switch sides here and get ready for the final quarter. Look at the kids running. They're hustling, though. Oh, man.
We mentioned it's a cool night out there, so I don't think they want to stand still.
Very true.
We're supposed to approach the freezing mark tonight for the lows. So
do you remember when you had energy like this, though?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
That one time in recess when you thought you could just run forever. Must be nice to do it in front of the lights, in front of a full house like this, an awesome night. And we've got to say a special thanks to the Chatham Cougars Association for putting together this and bringing such a big initiative like this into our community. This is just amazing, the way the kids are growing up in this organization.
Yeah, and we talked about some of the skills that we've seen from the kids here tonight. You're only going to see the skills for football in this area. We've talked about it tons now. Ever since the Chatham-Kent Cougars football organization started here in Chatham-Kent, the football skills have just increased dramatically. And you're seeing it in the summertime during the travel teams play. And then that's, of course, translating over to high school play. And these kids, they're not having to wait until grade 9 to learn how to play football anymore. You know, they're able to start at a young age all the way down to the 5-6-year-olds. And now these students in grade 5 and 6, and of course, they're just going to get better and better. And you can see that there's a lot of talent in Chatham-Kent.
Oh, definitely. And the sky is the limit.
So Castle Realty with the ball here. They're going to hand it off. Looked like there was a bit of confusion in the backfield.
That was Sean Murray with the ball there, looking to get in there. But, you know, the defensive line of Evans Wholesale, they're very strong up front as well, too, and managed to get through the blocks and, just stopped him for a short loss there. Loss of about a yard on the play. Now it brings up about 3rd and 11.
Yeah, 3rd and, boy, that marker is right at the goal line. Might even be 3rd and goal.
Mm-hmm.
That is really close. So we'll see here, of course, Evans Wholesale going to be looking to come up with a big defensive stand here. They're going to need it here in the fourth quarter, trailing 20-0. And Evans Wholesale, they've shown that they can play tough defense. They've only allowed 2 touchdowns. That other score coming on special teams.
Yeah, definitely. And they've held their ground for the majority of the game. They've only given up a couple of big plays. There's a
nice play on defense.
Play.
Beautiful play. Great play there by the defense of Evans Wholesale. The initial tackler getting in the backfield, I believe that was number 24, getting the penetration, Kyle Piggott. and then holding the quarterback, not allowing him to get anywhere, and then one of his teammates coming in and cleaning it up. And a big loss there, a loss of about 5 yards. And that's going to bring up fourth and goal, it looks to be, which is going to be about 15 yards away.
Yeah, it's good to see Piggott back out there. He got hurt earlier in the game and was on the field for some time. The training staff took good care of him, though, got him all patched up and ready to go, and he was a big difference maker on this drive so far. But now they've got to stand their ground. If they can make the stop here, the momentum can definitely shift in their favor.
Yeah, fourth down here. A big play here for this Evans wholesale defense, trailing 20-0. They got to come up with the stop, as Chris just mentioned. They got 2 men in the backfield, and it's the dangerous running back who's deep on this one. Of course, David Nethersall the second. And they're going to give it to Nethersall. He's going to look to get the corner. They got to get somebody outside, and they do. A good tackle there from number 54, it looked like it was.
That was a game saver. That was a game-saving
tackle. No, 55. I apologize. The tackle made by number 55, that was.
Yeah.
And that was Noah Jones.
And Austin McCready also chipped in on that tackle as well, and that was huge, a huge change of possession here. And now, well, Evans Wholesale, if they want it, they've got a long ways to go, but it only takes one play to break it free. They've got the offensive firepower back there, so this is what it all comes down to. Timeout now on the field by Evans Wholesale. Give them a chance to talk it over with their offense and figure this out. They've got the time. They've got the talent. Now, let's just put it in the bank.
Well, you mentioned it only takes one big play to run it down the field. How long do you figure it would take one of those players to run it down the field 110 yards?
Not far.
10 seconds? 10, 12 seconds?
No, now, maybe a May you could do that. Jason May used to run it under 10 seconds, and he was the only guy I ever knew that could do that, run around 10 seconds. This was back when Ben Johnson was doing it. And now, his son Dalen with the big return tonight, but he's the only guy I could see doing it that fast. But yeah, we'll wait and see. That's a long
We'll wait and see. We'll get the clock ready, and if it happens, we'll be on it.
Yeah, man. I'll clock them. I will clock them.
So, again, Castle Realty leads this game right now 20-0. Again, it's the Occam Shrine Club Adam Minor Football Championship game put on by the Chatham-Kent Cougars Football Organization. This game being played at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. These kids, grades 5 and 6, Castle Realty coming into this game with a perfect record, 6-0, and Evans Wholesale coming in with a record of 4-2. Their only 2 losses coming to this very own Castle Realty team. So Evans Wholesale now with the ball deep in their own end, look to have it at about their 7-yard line, and they're going to start play from there. And they're going to try the middle of that defense, but nothing doing. A nice job by Castle Realty to plug up the middle.
Yeah, their defense is strong up the middle, and their D-line is pretty solid. You're going to have to get to the outside if you can and try to shake and bake and make it that way. The middle, there isn't much room in there with the way that these guys have been playing today, led there by Drake St. Pierre. He's the man in the middle. They've also got another big guy, Jarrett Millard, in there as well. And the list goes on and on. Daniel Brazil playing very good as well for Castle Realty down low.
So you got to try and get the edge here if they can for Evans Wholesale. Try and use that speed. They're going to go here second, and it looks to be about 6, a gain of about, they're going to stay 4 yards on that first down play. And they're going to look to hand it off. It looks like they're going to go just over that left side. A nice little hole there. A good play by the running back, avoiding the first tackler. That's close to a first down yardage right there. A nice carry, a good tough run there. Yeah. And again, that's the import, if you will. Bradley Wild, of course, we mentioned earlier, moved to the area from Oakville.
Yeah, Bradley Wild he's pretty wild. Them socks are where we're moving up and down there, just kept his feet moving, moved the pile, picks up the first down, and that's what they need to do, just one first down at a time, and they can get there. They just got to stay focused, and we could see, it's still a big run here because there's still some time left in this game.
And we have seen a couple of nice runs from Bradley Wild so far in this game, as you so affectionately like to call him pink socks, because obviously wearing pink socks tonight. And Wild looks like he got the ball that time, but didn't have much of a chance. The defensive line getting penetration, and as soon as he took the handoff, looks like he was wrapped up and was taken for maybe a loss for about a yard there on that first down carry.
Yeah, the defensive line said, "Fool me once, but You come at me again, and they got him there, swallowed him up, didn't have a chance to get anywhere, and they've got to make a play happen here. So they need a big play here to spring it loose and get down the other side of the field here, get some momentum, get some confidence in your boys, and yeah, they can still do this here. There's still enough time left on the clock that they've got to score soon.
Yeah, Castle Realty is going to have to sell out here and do whatever it takes to get a score. Oh, the little pitch and toss.
I did not see that coming.
Just did not work. The pass coming up a little bit short. The throw coming from the running back that time.
Bradley
Wild again.
Old Sweet Socks. he had it there. If he would have kept that ball, he could have gained a lot of yards there because there was only one deep cornerback out here on the left side that he had to beat, and he had a blocker in front of him. If he'd have kept the ball and just went, but he had dreams of Joe Montana. If he even knows who Joe Montana is, that's a whole different era.
Yeah, that's a scary part, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
So it brings up a third down play. They're going to run it over that left side, and that's Wild again. He's got the ball, fighting for yardage, still hasn't gone down. That pile's still moving forward.
Yeah, he's tough to bring down, man. His legs are very strong, and he keeps him moving.
So it's a nice gain there on third down. That brings up a fourth down now in about 3 yards.
Yeah, nice run there by Bradley Wild, and he's trying. He's doing all he can there. The offensive line there opened up a hole for a short period of time, gave him enough room to sneak in and pick up some yards, and they're moving. But here's a big play here. They've got to convert this fourth down.
Yeah, they certainly do. Evans Wholesale trailing this one 20-0. A big fourth down conversion here. We'll see what they do. Bradley Wild's been the man on this drive so far, and he's going to get the ball again. He's going to try the middle. And he's breaking it outside. He found a hole in the middle and then broke it out to the left side. Looks like he's got enough for the first down.
That was clutch. They needed him to gain that yardage, and he did. He would not stop until he picked up the first down, and Bradley Wild has pushed them into. They've still got life. They've still got hope now, and Evans Wholesale is moving the ball. They picked up a little bit of momentum by stopping Castle Realty on fourth down. Got a little mojo working for them now, and hopefully they can keep it rolling.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Evans Wholesale picking up the first down. As we mentioned, it was a must. They had to get that first down and keep this drive going, and Bradley Wild is the man on this drive. So 1st and 10 now here for Evans Wholesale. Again, they trail this one by 3 scores. They're going to roll out to the right. Not a lot of room there. Good pursuit by the defense. He's going to try to spin around, but there is no room at all.
No.
Talk about a gang tackle. Not a chance for Ethan Lutz to go anywhere on that one.
Yeah, David Nethersold the second there playing on defense this time, and he stood him up and didn't give him much room. The stutter step there by Lutz was working for a little bit. If he'd have kept it going outside, he would have had a chance, maybe throw a stiff arm in there, but the spin move back into the flow of the defense just wasn't there, and that defensive line is very, very tough for Castle Realty.
So Evans Wholesale calling a timeout here, a bit of a regroup, if you will. Again, it's the fourth quarter here. Evans Wholesale trailing 20-0, but they're driving. We've only had one score so far here in the second half, and it was on the opening kickoff of the third quarter. It was taken to the house by Dylan Mayu.
Yeah, he
took it 55 yards for a touchdown, the very opening play of the game, of the second half.
Yeah, and that's the only scoring so far. But it's been a defensive struggle here for the last little bit here, and now Evans Wholesale, this is it. I think their coaches in there telling them now, we gotta come through. Matt Roundtree has put a lot of time into getting these guys ready for this championship game to play on this platform in front of these fans, and they're right there. They can do it. They've just got to get some mojo going here. They've got to keep the ball going, and we'll see what happens here. Big second down.
Second down here in about 14 for Evans Wholesale. And they're going to try the outside on that left side, but nothing doing. Wow, what pursuit there by the defense of Castle Realty. Looked like that was Ethan Lutz with the carry again, but there was just no room over that left side. Castle Realty's defense just looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on.
Yeah, they're moving them backwards and backwards now. We're looking at about 3rd and 15 now. There's about a little under 4 minutes left in this game, so time is now their enemy as well. They're playing against the time and Castle Realty, which is very tough. 3rd down and about 15 to go. They've got to get this first down.
So, again, Evans Wholesale coming to the line here. They're going to need a big play to make something happen. Maybe a little trickery up their sleeve. They've tried it earlier They're going to hand it off. And they've got some space on the outside. If he can turn the Jets on. Nope, dragged down. A big tackle there. And again, that was Lutz dragged down.
Number 24 for Castle Realty. He really laid a really good tackle on that one. As Jones K, also the quarterback, playing both ways here.
So apparently the quarterback doesn't mind playing physical.
No, man, that's good to see. That's good to see.
And he does have a completed pass in this game.
Yeah, he's on fire. He's on fire.
So well done by Kay Jones.
Yeah, he's had a great game. And Castle Realty really showing why they are undefeated. They're a tough team on offense, defense, and special teams. They don't have many holes out there. You know, Evans Wholesale has found them on some plays and gained some yardage, but just haven't managed to score, and that is the key so far.
So a big play here, Evans Wholesale. They need a first down. There was a hole there. Keep those legs moving. They need some more yardage. Oh, my, and that's going to be enough and more. Wow, what a carry. Again.
Bradley Wild. Old Sweet Socks.
The Oakville transfer, Bradley Wild. What a carry. When it looked like he was going to be stopped for a loss short of the first down, he just kept those legs moving.
Now hitting the 2-minute warning there. Wow, that was some heck of a run. He had the whole team, the whole Castle Realty team in his shadow all over top of him, but he just would not stop till he got the first down. That was very important there on the fourth down. They had to convert it, and, hey, he's trying to do it all on his own. Bradley Wild, he's moving that pile.
He'll have to send Castle Realty's defense the charge for that for that carry of about 15 yards.
Oh, yeah. That was something else.
Evans Wholesale with the ball here on first down, and that's a nice carry up the middle. Again, looks like they found something that's working for them up the middle.
Yeah, both teams they've started to show a little bit of fatigue here. You know, they've been playing this full game at full speed, and now it's starting to get there where it's just pretty tough. And that was Anthony Atkinson on that run too, another big runner, tough to bring down. You've got to tackle him low, and it's hard to get down low when he's just running people over.
You can see the difference between these two teams throughout this entire game. Evans Wholesale likes to run the ball up the middle. They've got the size, whereas Castle Realty really has the speed to get to the edges, and they like to run it around the corners.
Oh, definitely, and they have so many different options as well. Castle Realty does. They have David Nethersall II. They can give it to him or Dalen Mayu, or the list goes on and on. Matt Maharam also had a big run to end out the first half as well. So, very good team.
So they're going to go with the big play here, and nice defense.
Number 66. Wow,
We've
Drake
said his name a couple times already with some big tackles, and that was another one.
Yeah, Drake St. Pierre is definitely the most valuable player on their defensive side today. He has just stopped everything that's come his way. Big day for him and the whole line. But yeah, Drake he's the rock in that line.
Yeah, and Dominican Sue-like, if you will.
Sue, you better believe it.
So a big third down here for Evans Wholesale as this fourth quarter winds down.
Yeah, almost a minute left in the game here. Time is ticking very quickly. Oh, a little
They're
blitz.
going to try blitz. Oh, there's nothing on that right side. It's going out to the left side.
There he goes.
And it's Sweet Socks again getting outside on that left side, and he's made a couple of moves, and now he's got some daylight. And he breaks a couple more tackles, and they can't bring him down. He stays on his feet, and he's going to score.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Goodness.
What a run by Bradley Wild. He took it all the way from Oakville to Chatham-Kent.
I don't want to say it was the play of the game, but it was the play of the game. That was amazing. He carried guys, shook guys, stiff-armed guys, ran over guys, and then scored guys. He just did it so easily. A big run there by Sweet Stocks. That's number 10, Bradley Wild.
Bradley Wild runs wild all over that Castle Realty defense. An unbelievable run of about 54 yards for a touchdown. Unreal. We do have a player down right now. The trainer's looking at a player over on the far side. Can't tell who that is right now. I believe it is a defensive player for Castle Realty.
Wow, that was something else. And that whole drive, it was Bradley Wild. Just give him the ball, give him the ball. And he wouldn't be stopped. On fourth down, managed to pick up some tough yards with the whole team hanging off him. And then here he is, 22 seconds left in this game here. Time is not a friend of Evans Wholesale now, but when they start to get things going, time is ticking away quickly, and they're going to go for this extra point here as they line up on the line.
Well, it's nice to see that Evans Wholesale isn't going to get shut out in this championship game and put a score on the board because it's definitely deserved. And a nice kick. It's up, and it's no good.
Wide right.
Conversion is wide.
Wide right. Buffalo Bills fans know what that feels like.
Scott Norwood.
Yep. It's a tough thing.
And that's the horn.
Nah, that was just the fans. They're
my
loving
apologies. That was some
loving it.
fans. It's hard to tell sometimes. We've got so many fans out here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. It can get confusing.
Yeah, it's a packed house tonight. What a great experience for these guys playing in front of all their fans, and they make it all the way to the championship game. Both these teams, bitter rivals playing against each other throughout the season, and to get to this stage, to the championship game, is something else. And here it's all come down to this now. There's 22 seconds left in the game. Hey, a big special teams play.
So again, Bradley Wild with the unbelievable run, probably the highlight of this game, carrying defenders on a run of about 54 yards for a touchdown to put Evans Wholesale on the board, but they do still trail 20-7 to Castle Realty. 22 seconds left in this game.
Yeah, that was a huge run. It reminded me of a Marion Barber just running over people, but then he was quick, just kept his feet moving, and he's hard to bring down, a big-bodied guy. And, some big things are going to come from these kids as they progress.
That's a name to remember, Bradley Wild. After seeing that run,
you'll remember those socks.
It looks like there's some good running back talent that's going to come out of this area.
Yep, I know all the high school coaches are here scouting today and be recruiting kids. Since when have coaches been able to recruit kids into high school? And it's come a long way. Nice attempt on the onside kick.
Yeah, unfortunately, the ball just not going the required 10 yards there in the onside kick attempt. So Castle Realty is going to take over the ball there on the failed onside kick try.
Well, you got to try it. Eh? You got to try it right down to the last play.
And how many times do you think they've tried an onside kick?
Yeah, it's not when you
in practice, it's not something that you're really going to try too often.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the exposure at this age, at least they know about it, and they're not going to have to wait till high school to learn about how to do it or how to execute it. They're able to learn it at this age, and again, their skills, their experience, they're only going to get better as they grow older. And again, the talent that we've seen on the football field tonight is unreal, and it brings a lot of excitement to this region to know you can come and watch great football here in this area.
Oh, definitely. And not only are their talents improving, the character of these young guys is just only improving as well. They're growing into, they're learning teamwork. They're learning how to work together and play together. They're learning sportsmanship. Chatham-Kent Cougars Association, you can't speak enough about what they do for this community.
Agreed. Castle Realty now taking a knee. Going to run out the clock here. That was number 24, Jones K, taking the knee, the quarterback. And again, a great game. Castle Realty looks like they're going to hold on here to come up with the victory, leading this one 20-6 as the seconds are ticking down here in the fourth quarter. But a great game, a great championship game. Again, the Occam Shrine Club Adam Minor Football Championship game. Again, put on by the Chatham-Kent Cougars Football Organization. And you can't say enough about the coaches, the players, the parents, the commitment. And I won't make the mistake twice. That is the final horn. This will be the last play of the game. And there it is. They'll take the knee. And congratulations to Castle Realty. They'll win the championship 20-6. They'll finish a perfect season. Miami Dolphins, watch out. You've got some company.
I'm telling you. And these kids this is something else. It's unbelievable. They're only grade 5s and grade 6s. And to see the talent and the way that they come together like this is a moment they'll remember for a long, long time. And it's been a pleasure just to watch this and see some of the young talent coming up. Wow. We have some amazing athletes here in Chatham-Kent.
Yeah, just to recap the scoring in the first half, it was David Nethersall the second, putting Castle Realty up 6-0. Then James Maharam with the final play of the first half, a big 32-yard run to put Castle Realty up 14-0. Then on the very first play of the third quarter, right off the kickoff, Castle Realty, it was Dalen Mayu taking the kickoff, 55 yards for a 20-0 lead. But you know what? Not to be shut out. Evans Wholesale comes back. Bradley Wild, a huge 54-yard touchdown run to put them on the board. However, they fall 20-6, but a great game and a great performance from both teams, both squads, the players, the coaches, everybody. A lot of credit goes out to them and those that help put this thing together.
Yeah, this has just been an amazing experience, for the fans, the parents, but the players, just watching them out on the field, and even Evans Wholesale, they didn't manage to come away with a win today, but they held their own. They can hold their heads high. They know they gave it their all, and this isn't the end of their careers as football players. This is only the beginning. That's just so promising.
Again, the Occam Shrine Club Adam Minor Football Championship goes to Castle Realty. They finished the season 7-0. They defeat the Evans Wholesale White Squad 20-6. So signing off here from the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex, I'm Mike James, joined by Chris Prince. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a good night.